Agatha All Along, the one where we see the cast without any makeup on. Before this episode, I never really appreciated the benefits of anti-wrinkle cream.
Come on. Come on.
But maybe in that case, we should have used the industrial strength version.
Don't touch her!
But also in this show, never, ever underestimate one of their abilities to cut their own nose off to spite their face.
Brooms.
Horrible. Yeah.
Brooms have been co-opted by the Holiday Industrial Complex.
These are people that have the ability to fly, and yet don't because...
They're an obvious symbol of female domesticity.
Which really leaves me in a pickle about which one I'd prefer. Do I want them to not be able to fly, or to be oppressed? We start on the road with animals hunting Agatha. A bird, a fox, a snake. I mean, that's the kind of effects you get when you don't want CGI. We just cut her behind a tree. I do like the arm coming out. They did literally just speed it up. Oh, can you stick your arm out fast? No, do it in post. It's very difficult to be afraid of this coven when one of them is a literal tree hugger. Don't fancy yours much, mate. Either way, they've got into the road and they're hunting Agatha. We're trying to look creepy while just doing squats. And there's lots of fast-forwarded video. They find, though, a stone, and I have no idea. I can't remember what that is. Hopefully they give us a flashback. Let me sniff the stone! It's not scary when you just look upwards, love. The thing is, though, the witches know what's happening.
They're coming.
Well... I mean, it didn't ask what they were doing, but here we are. Apparently, the summoning spell they did for death, the Green Witch, left the door open and they came through it, jumped down a spell for some reason. She also said we left it open, so they could have closed it, but they're too thick and incompetent. The most believable part of the show, actually. Points for realism.
Film 7.
Scary black dresses.
Kinda thought he'd like people in dresses, to be honest. She starts the story, though, when Agatha killed her original coven.
By stealing their power.
Because her own mother tried to have her executed.
Which isn't a defense. It depends what she did. Never find out why they were burning Agatha at the stake in the first place. Maybe they talked to her for 5 minutes. Who knows?
Really defending a noted serial killer, you creepy lurker?
Everyone is killing somebody in this scenario. The only question is which one deserved it. But then we get the most predictable plot twist of all time.
When Agatha murdered her sister witches, she spared their young children.
That never would have happened in California. Those things wouldn't have even seen daylight.
They became a feral, hive-minded coven bent on revenge.
Well, they are women. Isn't that what you are?
Feral, hive-minded coven.
The story, kids, is always finish what you started.
What this group of people take from the situation is if you wipe out the parrots, you should also wipe out all of their family members just to make sure. We still don't know if they were justified in attacking Agatha in the foot. Let's assume yes. Why do I want these people to make it to the end of the road? Tell me, Disney.
Also, mercy is overrated.
You're an evil witch. You don't understand mercy, you contemptible whore. Either way, they start running and realize they've been trapped. People are in front of them and behind. Like a normal Saturday night in Hollywood.
That was ahead of us.
That's behind us.
We're trapped.
Quick! To the Eiffel Tower!
What about a Hexenbusted?
Brooms.
Horrible. Yeah.
Like what? These are a load of witches won't even get on brooms. And to be honest, you do know the reason why. You don't think you do.
Well, if you're all too cool for a practical means of escape.
You could just hop on a broom and fly out of here. You could survive, but instead, there are deeper issues with the imagery surrounding someone without dangly bits holding a broom. This isn't even me saying it. So they start ripping apart trees and branches.
This is so humiliating.
Yes, and apparently they have to do manual labor. It's beneath me. This might be the first time we've found something beneath her, but here we are.
Why does your generation hate them so much?
Brooms have been co-opted by the Holiday Industrial Complex.
In Halloween, someone has a broom, and so that means I have to die here to a load of witches. This is too posh to push all over again. Shall I just push it? No, let me cut you open. Oh.
Worse yet, they're an obvious symbol of female domesticity.
Based! All I'm saying is if you're willing to die to a load of evil witches because you don't want to look as if you clean, probably got bigger issues. Like in your dirty house. I'm not gonna clean my house. That's a symbol of the patriarch. Are you sure you want to hold men responsible for all the good things in life? You're gonna have to decide.
And they're basic.
Well, yeah, I mean, look at the cast. What were you expecting? This is for basic domestic servants. Uh-oh. Yeah, we should probably use them, really, shouldn't we? Actually, kind of makes sense when you think about it, doesn't it? So with all the information, what you find out is their comment at the start.
Brooms have been co-opted by the Holiday Industrial Complex.
That was just cope. I'm gonna try and sound intellectual, but I can't because abstraction is impossible for me. So here are my real issues.
Obvious symbol of female domesticity.
I don't want to do any work because I'm a lazy cow.
Don't give me a broom, next you'll be expecting me to use it.
And they're basic.
Cap fits.
Apparently.
Apparently, this is some weird ritual where they can't just make their own. I mean, they've already made their own, but it only works if they spin around in a circle and give it to somebody else who also gives them one back. Essentially, you can only make them two at a time. Once again, you making something, somebody else making something, and then you just exchanging identical things. A crazy, inefficient, pointless ceremony. Really does fit, doesn't it, really? The lore around witches is perfect.
This is so cute.
Oh, thank you.
I made it all nice for it. I put some little flowers in it. I put a bow in its hair.
You could have done better.
No, she just pulled off a twig and then spun in a circle. What do you expect from somebody who won't clean their own house? Well, they're exchanging, long rods. The symbolism, really, isn't it? Could only be more on the nose if they started exchanging knuckle dusters.
About selflessness, team.
Sorry. How is I'm gonna make something, but I'm only going to give it to you if you give me an identical thing back? About selflessness. Selflessness would be giving somebody something and not expecting anything back. This is just a charade to pretend.
Oh, is it? Tell us more.
We fly together or not at all.
No. I can't agree with that. I would leave you behind for a packet of Skittles. Now, luckily, enough people have died in this scenario that they have an even number of people, otherwise they'd be in trouble. But she tries to give Teen a broom, and he's just been watching all of this thinking, I can't be bothered.
I get one?
Give me one back, yeah.
Yeah, it's selflessness, you see. I get it, pay me.
Let me just...
So he eventually realizes, I should probably pull my finger out and do some work as well. You'd think he'd be aware of this, you know, giving his broom to multiple people. Apparently in this show, it's his first time. I'm sorry, he does not have the strength to rip out a tree root from the ground. He doesn't have the strength to rip out a potato. There's a problem though, the animals have found them. And like he's just met an X, it attacks. Don't know why it dived him though, to be honest. He's the only person who's not part of the coven. Maybe they know something that everybody else does, but only in the trailers. See, this is why you need a broom. It'll help defend you against the aggressions of your girlfriend. They spin around, finish the ritual, and then decide to all start flying. We do get a rather stupid question.
Wait, how do you do this?
You sit on it, you insufferable cow. Seriously. How do you ride a broom? You put it between your legs and say yeehaw. I mean, seriously. You should be used to this by now. This can't be the first time you felt the power between your legs. So then, after saying that all of this is practical effects, we just get basically green screen.
Try praying to the Divine Mother, kiddo!
Nah. What's she gonna do? I've already found out they don't even clean their own pissing houses. I mean, what would the difference between the gods be? He built the world, and she built complaining about it. I mean, maybe I do take after her after all. The national British spirit. That's normally the reaction when you meet Agatha, rather than when she leaves you alone. Oh, no, not you again. Now, the witches all forget that you're supposed to stay on the road. That's the only thing they've learned this entire time. So they decide to fly through the air. They do go past a red moon, so the majority of the employees at CG Project Red are all having a day off, which at least allows the other 20% to actually do some work. I don't know why they're treating it as special. They can literally do this anytime they want. They're all laughing, giggling, having a great time. Why don't you do this more often?
I haven't done this in centuries.
Yeah, but why though?
They're an obvious symbol of female domesticity.
There's literally enough people to make a coven in a 5-mile radius, and you can't even be bothered to make a broom because Halloween has them.
Brooms have been co-opted by the holiday industrial complex.
Oh no, I don't want to fly. Someone might think I cleaned my house.
Why haven't we been doing this all along?
Because you're all complete retard, and that one behind you thinks that you're a symbol of the patriarchy. The problem is, though, the road pulls them down towards it. Doesn't like them cheating.
What's going on?
At this point, I'm surprised she's got the thigh strength in order to hold herself onto it upside down.
The road! It's forcing us down!
I did hope that they were all going to die. That might be the best witch's crackle of the show. Unfortunately, no, they don't crash into the ground despite we're going to crash. They can still hover along the ground like they're on speeder bikes.
Okay.
And they spot the house. The issue is, one witch is in front of them. Turns out when the road goes in one direction, it's really easy to predict where you're going to go. That's exactly why you need a broom to clean your house. Otherwise, the bugs get everywhere. Agatha's face is how my soul feels all the time I'm watching this show. I mean, this is Disney. I thought they were supposed to like bugs, but here we are. They're the future, bigot. Don't run away from them, that's your tea. Now, apparently, they all escape the flying creatures. Look, these pensioners are far faster than flying creatures. But unfortunately, the swarm of useless insects makes it into the house, while the beetles remain outside. I don't mean the band, although in this musical show, that, I felt like it needed to be said.
Oh my god! Okay.
Well, the first time she's had something disgusting in her hair. I did think because they showed one bug in the house that would actually play into the story. No, it's not that deep, actually, really. For some reason, they've changed outfits again. I say for some reason, we all know. It's down to the audience of the show and the creators, where their clothing is the deepest part about them. That's why she looks like a college.
I didn't become a little bit of a slag, I became a total slag.
The Salem 7, though, can't make it into the house, so if we solve this puzzle and get out before they break in, we might be able to escape them.
How? Kiss, marry, kill?
Do we have to choose one of all three, or could we just choose kill repeatedly?
My spellbook. I can't.
He's lost his spell book, which is weird considering he put it in a pouch on his waist, apparently.
Where'd you have it last time?
Flying on a broom.
Why don't you zip up your bag?
Like, no, I need quick access just in case a man appears.
They realise, though, this is Agatha's trial.
How do you know?
A blood moon.
She works for CG Project Red. Also, that moon was red before. Couldn't you work it out then? I don't know. Sorry. I don't know why I'm expecting problem-solving skills from these people. Agatha's special skill is talking to the dead. You would think that was the medium's job, but instead...
I read people, I read time.
It doesn't seem like much of a skill, does it?
I can look at my watch. 7:10.
We're all witches now.
Talking to spirits was just a con.
I think you'd have a better It doesn't seem that profitable, does it?
Tell me about my dead husband. He couldn't stand you.
That's why he died. Just wanted a bit of peace. You could say anything to them. How are they going to check? Even if they go over there and find out, they ain't coming back to get a refund.
And who better to commune with the dead than someone who's put so many in the grave?
That is a really stupid... In every coven, they need one person to be a mass murderer just so they can fulfill this part of the trial. That what happens. You just kill enough people and then you develop a sixth sense.
I can tell when it's raining.
A Ouija board, though, flies off a table.
We have to Ouija.
There's no way that's a verb. This isn't Google.
Why don't you just ask Ouija?
Oh no, they've all got watches. That means they can tell the time. But witchy powers aren't so useful when everyone can do them.
It's not a verb.
That's what I said. Next you'll be saying we've got to go boarding. They go through the rules though. Don't use it alone. Don't speak over each other. And obviously, I mean, look at who's doing it.
Do not speak over each other.
It's not written there. Show me.
This is like asking them to engage in abstract thought. It's impossible for them.
Do not taunt the spirits.
This might be funnier if you think the audience is the spirit. But we add in, do not ask about death. Always end with goodbye. And don't take your hands off, otherwise you'll release a spirit.
What does that say on the back there?
For ages 3 and up.
That's right, Disney has no age limits. They don't care what age you are, they want you to do everything an adult can. Everyone is equal before the eyes of Disney.
Wonder who's waiting for you.
And with what trauma?
That's right, they've all got trauma and feelings. We just live miserable lives and we never blame ourselves for it.
Could be literally anybody.
Except Santa. But they all put their fingers on and it starts moving around.
I'm not moving it. Are you moving it?
Why is that unusual? They've just flown through the sky on the symbol of the patriarchy. Why is spirits existing a bit too far for him? Oh, magic exists, but not ghosts. No, I'm not a lunatic. That is the best reaction to him. Whenever he opens it, shh. He is one person, I'm fine for them to be like, shut up, a woman is talking. But when they ask, who is the spirit on the other side?
H-A.
It's Mrs. Hart, everybody. Come from beyond the grave to complain about her plants or something. At this point, Wiccan should be scared because he is the one that murdered her by forgetting to put her hair into the potion. Whoops.
What did you do? I didn't do it!
Yeah, you did. Look, we've got video evidence. You literally pulled your hands back. I didn't do anything. I'm not in control of my own fingers. Agatha, though, starts spinning her pigtail about. Oh, no, I've got hair.
Oh my, what a journey.
To be honest, I couldn't tell any difference.
Listen, Mrs. Hart.
She's not Mrs. Hart.
No, it's just Agatha faking all over again. I mean, you could tell when she said...
Drinking before noon?
The moment she said drinking before noon, yeah, that's definitely Agatha. She probably only became a witch to find a cure for alcoholism. I don't really know what that was. She's insufferable is what she is.
Okay.
So as Agatha was faking it all along, not really surprising, Aubrey doesn't have the parts. They go back to do it again, this time for real.
Spirits be known.
Apparently, spirits are great at interfering with electrical wires. If one of them could power my PC, it might even be worth keeping one around the house.
Who's here with us tonight? D.
Well, I suppose there were 6 of them in the room. One of them would want Dee to visit them tonight.
E. A. D. H. Death.
Aubrey Plaza is in the room. Or rather, it's a spirit threatening them with Aubrey Plaza. Again, if you can bring Aubrey Plaza around to the house, it might even be worth keeping a spirit around.
We're not supposed to ask about death.
In any other show, I'd be against it, but in this, he gets what he deserves. The ghost to come, though, for punishment for Agatha.
Stop! Make it stop! Stop!
Agatha's panicking because he just keeps repeating her name. I don't know how many times you have to be told, stop letting go of the pissing board without saying goodbye, but here we are. And so then, everything goes to hell in a handbasket. I don't know if that's meant to be a ghostly wail, or whether it's just all of the women being insufferable at the same time. They're in a small room, it could echo.
Make it stop!
That's what I've been thinking for a long time, mate. That's why I was glad when they shushed you. But how can we make the whining stop, they ask. Which is something the audience has been pondering for weeks.
Punish Agatha!
I can get behind that plan. I recommend a sledgehammer. With that, it stops and they all decide, no, we do have to punish the person that goes around murdering people for no reason.
It's how we pass the trial.
It is weird that there's a trial in the witches' coven where you have to kill one of the witches in order to pass it. It seems really stupid for a coven. I thought they were supposed to stick together. And remember, as it said at the start of the episode,
About selflessness, team.
Female domesticity.
always be selfless. Unless you have to murder one of them because they're innately evil.
The complete and utter lack of humanity.
Now, at this point, I'm confused because everyone has switched on a dime. No one wanted to murder her 5 seconds ago, and now we're all on board.
We could tie her up.
You're not serious.
I'm not sure whether they're supposed to be possessed. If they are, it doesn't explain that.
Humiliation would work too. Or we could just slit her throat.
Everyone's on board.
When people ask me why I don't have female friends.
The high-pitched whining noises.
Make it stop! But we were getting along, weren't we? We were clicking. There was unity.
Yes, it's almost like the plot's changed for no reason, instantaneously. So they get a rope to tie her up, or worse, the problem is she's vanished. The lights go out.
Let's talk about this for a minute. We're sisters in the craft, remember?
Except you're all evil and want to kill each other, so why would I listen to you, you deranged bint? Who am I supposed to root for to win in this scenario? You're all scum. Eventually, though, they light a candle and hear like a stalker breathing.
Does anyone else hear that?
Yes. Sounds like she's just seen a socially unacceptable Halloween costume. Now, apparently, something drips on him. I don't want to know what. In this show, it could have come from anywhere. What Agatha looks like without a makeup on is her own business. Age comes for us all. At least she took it gracefully. Yes, apparently we're just gonna go at people and it's supposed to be scary. And it doesn't really improve from that.
She's faking it.
Faking it? Look at her face.
At her face!
Wiggle her arms around a bit. And admittedly, I can't do that. It's also not that impressive to do. Nor is this.
Okay.
I mean, it's just the crab. There's nothing creepy about the crab. Oh, she's gone upside down. She can't be faking it now. Look at her face. So Agatha has obviously been possessed.
Hey, over here!
I'm not really sure why, though. It turns out the spirit's goal is to kill Agatha, so I don't know why she possessed Agatha and tried to kill all of her friends. Although I have to be honest, when she tries, I am here for it. Best part of the show, this. Yeah. This witch, though, for some reason, thinks that this'll solve the, possession. I'm gonna turn the lights on. And it worked. Who would have known that supernatural exorcisms would have been so much easier if you could just shine a light on them? Yes, it's your greatest weakness. AA batteries. It's not even sunlight. The problem is a fog starts to come down the stairs. Oh, it's what spirits look like.
That is a ghost.
Cheers for that, love. I couldn't have put 2 and 2 together when someone had just been possessed and then this smoky figure appeared.
I hate ghosts.
Well, I mean, you are death. Shouldn't you be taking it to hell by now? Go, who are you? When it turns out to be a mum. I mean, I have heard of late term, but Agatha's 51. Well, that's just the actress. I think the witch is even older. I think we can all agree that after 51 years of life, it's probably too late to decide you still don't want it.
Hey, Mom. Nice having you in my body for a second there.
How very Californian of you. Then again, I don't suppose you had much choice, did you? She says, though, my coven risked everything to stop her, and you fools have willingly joined her.
Stop embarrassing me in front of my friends, Mom.
Your friends were just just about to slit your throat like 2 minutes ago for absolutely no reason. And once again, we find another witch's test, which genuinely has no solution because the magic in this show is literally unbeatable.
Banish her?
Emotion ties them to this plane. They have unfinished business.
You can't get rid of a ghost until they complete what they're here to do. And if that is kill somebody, then that person has to die. It's so stupid. You'd think magic would have offensive and defensive magic. So if you can possess someone, you could exorcise someone. No, the moment you cast a spell in this TV show, it is literally impossible to defeat. You just have to do whatever the person wanted you to do.
So let's finish her business.
That makes it sound like you need to put her on a lead and take her outside.
She needs to do her business now.
So she says, you must finish the Witch's Road without Agatha. She will stay here forever with me.
No! No way!
You were going to take a knife to her like 3 minutes ago.
A minute ago, you were ready to slit her throat. Yeah.
See? Putting in the script how stupid your script is doesn't make it better. You can't have your characters contradicting themselves every 5 minutes.
Well, her mother can't have her.
Oh, great. So well, you can't kill her. Only I can. Oh, and we find out why Agatha is the way she is.
Why do you hate me still?
You were born evil.
Based. You've always been like this, you insufferable cretin.
I ought to have killed you the moment you left my body.
If it was California, she wouldn't have even got that far. So she decides, well, of course we'll just go. We'll just leave her. Who cares about Agatha? Bye! There's no flood. There's no fire. The only danger to us in this trial is Agatha. Is it? Wait, what? No, it's the ghost. Ghost, which is the deadly thing. The ghost, which is the trial. How do you not even understand your own episode? Agatha starts begging as everyone else decides, oh yeah, we'll just ditch it.
Don't go. Take me with you, please. Don't leave me with her.
And all this time, she's like, as if she's holding on to something. You can see that the spirit isn't holding on to her. So she's like, no, hold me back. Hold me back. You could just walk out the exit, dear.
I can be good. Please.
Well, that was until the spirit kind of possessed her again, and here we are. They were leaving until the spirit decided to start trying to kill them again. I do have to say, if she had that kind of power, why did we never see that before? That would have come in useful, wouldn't it? The Salem 7 are here. Blast them! I've got magic hands. One of my ex-jobs was as a masseuse. The thing is, it works. The spirit does get ejected out of Agatha and blasted into non-existence. But then Agatha starts to steal the magic. And rip it out of her, because she can only take it when you blasted her, so you blast her to help her, and then she starts to steal it, because she's an evil cow. Why am I supposed to want this person to survive? Why would I want to come back next week to watch the evil cow be evil? So she just starts ripping the magic out of her and basically draining her life force. Which is weird because it is actually killing that witch. But when Scarlet Witch did it to her, it didn't. She just took her power. So she's not just taking her power, she's also absorbing all of her life when she doesn't even need to. She's just doing that for lulz. Of course, all the other witches standing around doing absolutely nothing. They could stop her. They choose not to. Walk up to her with a spade and just start caving her skull in? That would work. Instead, all of these people stand here and watch because they're just as evil as Agatha is. They don't even try.
Just stop. We can make her stop.
Oh yeah, stop Agatha, stop. Oh Agatha, can you please stop murdering this person? Well, please Agatha.
Stop beating her face in. No, he's just gonna stand there until he eventually tries to run and goes...
Oh no, I'm gonna go and play a game.
I'm not gonna go behind her and start hitting her with a steel chair.
No, I'm just gonna look at the words.
Who are you?
I need to know your name while she's murdering my friend.
I'm just gonna have a conversation about my feelings. So as the name gets revealed,
Nicholas Scratch!
It stops her murdering her friend for absolutely no reason whatsoever.
Oh, that's the name of my son. I can't believe he watched me murder this innocent girl that I'm supposed to be in the hero of my own show.
As if she cares. She traded you to Mephisto and she murdered her friend. You should be going,
you stupid slag, what you doing? I hope you burn in hell, you crazy bint. I can't believe I popped out your rotting, snake-infested hole.
Oh. So they finally move it to Bye, which probably would have just solved all the problems in the first place. As that is when the exit pops open. You see her on the floor, just like with a hand about 50 years older. Looks like Agatha's. All the life force drained from her body. And you're thinking, oh, maybe Agatha will like give her life force back because she can do magic now as she drained it so she can heal her.
Alice, wake up.
Oz, please wake up.
He's pretending to care about her, despite the fact that he stood there and watched her get murdered for about 40 seconds without doing anything. He didn't even see the irony in caving her face in with a Ouija board. That would have been a great end to the series. You could have got brain matter on the camera lens.
Come on. Oz, come on.
But she is definitely dead. Or has just come out the swimming pool. It's hard to tell. That chlorine turns you into a right prune and washes off all the makeup.
Don't touch her!
Yes, don't touch her. I can't have you healing her after I've just deliberately let you murder her. He's easily as bad as she is.
She was protecting you.
True. The shame none of you cared about that as she was getting murdered, though, wasn't it, really?
But you don't deserve it.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, you did. You did it deliberately. You did it intentionally. You did it knowingly. Absolutely nothing about you made you do it. This is 100% your fault. No doubt the show will go, oh, she's not responsible for her own actions. You can't hold her accountable for her own actions. So obviously the healing witch can't do anything because, you know, she just has water and moonlight. She can't put life force back into somebody. That's what you should be letting Agatha do. No, Agatha just leaves out the exit. Doesn't even care. Bye!
Alice, come on.
She's gone.
And it really is too late to pretend that he cared about her in the first place. Like, you could have got those lights and just went... Would have solved everything. There's so many ways in this house you could have solved the problem. Instead, she just leaves. And they leave her there. How she's going, oh, I can't believe I was so stupid that I let my mask drop and showed them all I was willing to kill them. She does, though, have her magic back. I'm evil. Although it seems like she might not have enough magic to actually do anything with. She's just got a spark. So it was all for nothing.
How could you?
Do you mean, how could you? You wanted it to happen. That's why you let it happen.
How could you kill her?
How could you try and shame somebody that you didn't even try to stop?
I couldn't control it.
Yes, you...
I don't believe that for a second. I mean, we saw her literally doing the action. If you do the action, you can control it. There are no actions you can't stop yourself doing. There are just things that you enjoy more than the consequences.
Could control it.
Yes, you could have. Don't lie to me.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. We all saw what happened. You could have just gone, oh, I'm stopping my magic. But they realised, of course, this has always been about getting more power for her. She always wanted her power and even tried to get it at the start.
Of course it is. That's what all of this is about, for any of us. Death comes for us all.
So everyone in this show is power hungry and willing to step over the corpses of their friends in order to get it. Why am I supposed to root for any of these people? These are the kind of characters you might have in a video game so that you could take a hammer to them. And he realises that's what it means to be a witch. Killing people to serve your own agenda.
Not for me.
I won't do it. I'm better than you. I have tag limits. Yeah, she just laughed at him because she's like, obviously, we all know you would. I know which hole you popped out of. And at least we see that the actress really does do I'm just a homicidal evil cow really well. The issue is immediately pulling all that expression and showing that you're evil doesn't work after you've just gone, I promise I wasn't trying to kill them. It's not convincing.
Are you sure?
She's very convincing that she's evil, not convincing that she was innocent.
You're so much like your mother.
That's supposed to be the reveal. Oh, you're Wiccan, the Scarlet Witch's son, but we already knew that from the trailer before the show was even released. So who cares? The thing is, he really is like his mother, in the fact that he's as evil as she was.
They'll never know what you sacrificed for them.
I won't abuse my power. I won't kill people. Well, considering you popped out of pure evil, turns out you will. He starts to use his magic to control the other witches. Well, they have purple eyes.
Wait, stop!
Wait, I thought you said you were a good guy, and now you're just murdering me, like you said you wouldn't. Throws her off the road into the sort of man-eating mud. Supposed to be like an anti-aging formula or something. I just gotta have a mud bath for a bit. I'm here for it. If only the rest of them could follow, it'd be even better. Well, there goes her breath. Did I forget to mention the rest of them are following? Everybody's dead, Dave.
They're all dead. Everybody's dead, Dave.
Peterson isn't, is he?
Yes, that's it. He made them sink head last, just so they could suffer even more. Because remember, he's one of the good guys, apparently. I won't murder any of you. I won't step over that line. Die!
They'll never know what you sacrificed for them.
It contradicts itself in like 30 seconds. Are you sure you won't be evil? Actually, now you come to mention it, die!
He's dead, Dave. Everybody is dead. Everybody is dead, Dave.
Are you trying to tell me everybody's dead?
Good. And we end zoomed in on his evil face. I am the last woman standing now.
You should see me in a crowd.
It was only when the music kicked off and he raised his chin, I realised he was trying to be intimidating.
You should see me in a crowd.
You You can't be camp and intimidating. It's not actually possible. But this episode was just a constant mess of contradictions. No action that anyone did followed on from what they said 30 seconds before. Everyone's motivations flipped all over the place for no reason. I'm gonna be a good guy, not kill anyone. Die! This show isn't written by someone that cares about things making sense or cares for like a logical arc. This isn't written by someone that cares about the mechanics of a story or what a good story should be. This seems to be written by someone that cares about feelings. It's about character drama. It's about the emotions that people have. Oh, can we just have a fight here? Because talking at each other will be entertaining. It's far more concerned with soap opera drama. Just fake, I can't believe you slept with my stepson. It doesn't really care how anyone gets to any sort of event, as long as when they get there, we can emotionally whine at each other over it. It doesn't matter why, as long as somebody is having an emotion somewhere, because then we can revel in the feelings of it all. But you just live in the exact moment of what's happening at that point in the show, and never, not a single time, think about how it fits into the actual show overall, because that's a layer of abstraction that's just one too far for the Agatha All Along audience. But those are just my thoughts. What are yours? Let me know down in the comments below. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe. More videos like this in the future, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.